Welcome to the Spinoso Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alex Spinoso. My experience and expertise are in scaling all medical businesses to 7, 8, and 9 figures. And I'm sharing my journey to building multiple 8-figure companies and someday enjoying a 9-figure exit. This isn't a podcast telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you what I've actually done. So if you want to build your business, take ownership of your life, and become a better leader at work and at home, then I'm glad you're here. So let's get into it today, guys. Let me be real with you. I've built multiple companies. I've got the cars, I've got the houses, I've got the watches and the travel and the status. And I'm on pace for 8 figures. That's in personal income. But here's the truth nobody warns you about. Some mornings I wake up and I feel like I don't give a shit. Not because I don't love business. I do. And not because I don't love winning. I do. But because at a certain point, money stops moving you. People think that once you've made it, it all clicks into place, but the longer you stay in the game, the more you realize that something's off. It's like this. At first, you're hungry. You're fighting to survive. You're proving something to the world, to your family, to yourself. But then you hit the milestones. You make the money. You get the recognition. And instead of feeling complete, you feel a little bit lost. Your fire isn't the same. You're not chasing something anymore. You're maintaining something. And that's where it gets dangerous. That's where you become the hamster on the luxury treadmill. You wake up and you say, why am I doing this? You can buy whatever you want. You can take the trip. You can pay the bill. So why aren't you fulfilled? Well, let me tell you why. Because success without a purpose is just pressure. You stop being driven by the love of the game and you start being driven by the fear of losing what you built. And that's not freedom. That's a cage made of gold. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for what I've built. But lately I've had to ask myself some real questions. What do I actually want? What do I actually care about? What am I building this for? Because if you don't have answers to those questions, you're going to burn out. Not from doing too much, but from doing too much of what doesn't actually matter. Listen, there's nothing wrong with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win. But eventually, if your success doesn't have a soul behind it, you'll hate the life you created. And you know how I know? Because I've been there. I've sat in the nice house, opened the garage with the McLaren parked inside, looked at the Stripe account and watch on my wrist and see my name listed as a member of the Cowboys Club, and felt nothing. And that's when I knew I had to do the work, not the business work, the me work. I had to go back and ask, who am I? What do I stand for? What do I give a fuck about that's actually worth suffering for? Because that's what this life will ask you. It's going to ask you to suffer. Late nights, hard conversations, disappointments, delays. You're going to suffer. So if you're going to suffer, you better be damn sure the reason behind it is real. For me, that means building things that change people's lives, surrounding myself with people I respect and love, creating a legacy that makes my kids proud even if they don't understand it yet, and becoming the kind of man who isn't just successful, but someone I want to look at in the mirror every day. Because there's a difference. You can have money and still feel bankrupt inside. You can have growth and still feel stuck. You can be respected and still feel unknown. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just ask how to build a business. Ask why you're building it. Don't just chase the next number. Chase the version of you who's finally at peace with who you are. Because if you don't, you'll look back one day and you realize you climbed the wrong mountain. And the worst part, you'll be at the top with no one to celebrate with. So, if you're building, scaling, growing, but you feel like your fire is flickering, don't ignore it. Dig into it, and don't stop until you know why the hell you're doing this.